worked closely with us to try and get the best we could get from that room to achieve what we wanted. They were brilliant. Certainly the guys, when they come in, they listened carefully to what we were after. They were very creative, come up with ideas. They then started to add certain features to the room and lay it out. They worked very much with our maintenance team here, and I think from there it just evolved. So that relationship was quite positive and constructive. We kind of knew from just the conversations at the beginning we were going to get something special.
The purpose of Little Islands is to create what we see here, which is a life room, which is a subtle and gentle way of encouraging increased levels of communication and activity in people who live with dementia. Little Islands was started 4 years ago, and it's part of a company called Richard's Residential, which has been going about 30 years, which supplies products, all the day-to-day things into care homes. But the guy who founded that company had a contact in a home who wanted to create something new, a new sensory room, something that was more themed, something that would offer more of an overall experience.
I was doing more developments in care homes, and I have an interest in dementia, and we developed a lot of good dementia care practices. But I couldn't find anything that would really bring all the good practices together, utilising the sensors to aid communication. And through talking with Richard, we came up with the idea of Little Islands.
One of the main challenges is active engagement, active support. You've got 3 approaches that we adopted in the home. You've got your everyday living, in the sense that you're washing, you're dressing, you're getting to your meals. From a practical point of view, we're trying to retain as many skills as the client's already got. So these are learned skills that the client is losing over time. We're trying to retain them skills and work constructively to support the client, just to make everyday choices, as limited as they may be. The environment is critical. If you think about the clients we're caring for, can get distressed, anxious and worried. A lot of staff are trained in redirection in terms of a skill. It's the redirection to what? My background's learning disabilities, so certainly the use of therapy, sensory, all them elements were very important to me to introduce into the home. We do have a full-time therapist, we have a full-time activity coordinator. Where I was struggling is that with a client who's had these skills is now losing. So these people are losing skills, losing stimulus. How do we engage with them? So I was very keen to look at sensory rooms, sensory environments.
This has been developed as a new way of being able to create a bridge to be able to have some communication. When you do communicate and do some activities, you feel fulfilled, you feel as if you've got in your own way just a small little purpose again. Everybody enjoys having a chat. If you do an activity, you feel some reward from doing it.
On the life wall, we communicate through the sensors and aid communication, and that's to make contact with other people. The one that we have here presents a lovely seaside view. You have the smell of the ozone, the seagulls, the sun, the sailing boat, the interactive facilities that are happening. And when people are in there, it's the sensors. They feel in touch, communicating. And once they're in touch, you get a smile, you get a sense of well-being.
The difference is with this to other sensory rooms is that it is based on a theme. So for example, with this room, it's based on a seaside theme. Any theme is possible. The seaside one is very popular because most people have got a nice happy memory of going to the seaside. So we can see we've got lots of different things in here that make up this seaside journey, a day out at the seaside. What we might have one client that just enjoys coming in here and it lifts up their mood and their spirits. Virtually everybody smiles when they come in here, and there's music playing in the background, and it can be a lovely place to evoke memories. Others come in, they use it for relaxation. You can dim the lights, put some soft music on, and just gently sit back and listen to the waves playing.
It also gives a focus for good dementia care. Care staff can utilise it, and through training and support can use good dementia care skills to bring a sense of well-being to the clients that they're looking after. Patients that can sometimes appear restless are restless for a reason. We might not know what that reason is, and often they're unable to express it because you can't make that connection, you can't get that communication going. So we can gently stimulate sight, hearing, smell, because we have an aroma smell in here as well. We can even have taste through ice creams and things being served from the dispenser for ice creams.
and touch, which is a really big one, to be able to touch all the different tactile objects. And when you can stimulate somebody with those means, that's a great way then for somebody to be able to start having a certain amount of communication activity that suits their capability, depending at what stage with dementia you are.
Come on everyone, roll up, see if you can hook it up. Come on everyone. Oh, it's a beautiful day here at the seaside.
So in essence, they're all producing sounds and sights, but different ones. And then in the background in here, you've got music. Either you can have the gentle sound of waves, all controlled by the person that's here. And you can have different mood lighting. So you can drop the moods lighting down, change the colours, depending on how you're wanting to use the room.
So I think certainly from a sensory room point of view, I kind of knew in my head what I was after, but I'd never seen one. And for several years we thought about, we'd even consulted with some organisations. It was a visit to the NEC, we went to the dementia show. Me managing director Paul then flagged up a company he'd seen there, Little Islands. We went and almost, well, it was immediate. There was me and a colleague went, we seen the Little Island stand. They had the life wall, which was a beach theme. Never seen anything like it before, absolutely fitted the bill for what we were looking for. The texture, the textiles, the touch, the lights, the sound, all of it coming together. We then got the activity team in and our therapist to come have a look at it also. All of us were the same. It's absolutely raving about it. This is perfect for what we've been looking for.
They could see clearly what we were looking to achieve. It was really, really rewarding. Ultimately with this, we are a business. Our care homes are a business, but we're a business that you can have a massive impact on the quality of life of people. And as one person said who visited it, this is dementia care in action. There's an awful lot of exhibits at the show, and they're all very, very worthwhile. But this one actually is where you're working directly with the client. And I think that's why it got such a reaction. When it was conceived and developed, it needed to be something new, not just 5 senses being gently stimulated, but the theme as well, and the different ways that it can work for different people.
Certainly from my side, what I liked was it was identifiable. It was something you can connect with. Most certainly all the clients we look after have been to a beach or have had an ice cream or have experienced. The sounds were brilliant. The waves coming through, the doorbells ringing. The lights, so all of that just seemed to fit exactly what we were looking for.
What we found at the exhibition at the Care and Dementia Show was we had people coming in with requirements for different types of clients. It may be that they've acquired brain injury, where the means for communication have been taken away from them, or it might be that they have learning disabilities. Again, that's another means for being able to create a connection for those people as well.
We had several lengthy meetings discussing what we wanted. Due to the risks that our clients can present, one of the challenges for us is we wanted the sensory room to be apart from the main day areas. One, we can get more therapeutic value, it's one-to-one. I've got a full-time massage therapist, so she can go in there and utilise the room.
But then you can adjust the room for a particular client. So you might find that one client doesn't enjoy coming in and pressing the buttons. They might not get any pleasure from doing that. It may be that they just want to come and sit and relax and listen to their music. And you will get to know that a certain client might like a certain setting of mood lighting, and that works for that client. Everything in here is controlled on a tablet, to which they can change the mood lighting and sounds. And you can put through this, build up a different library of music. You can have Seaside, but it might be that somebody likes classical music and they can enjoy the experience that way.
They came in, I think it took them 2 or 3 days. Very much self-sufficient, they got on with it, very pleasant guys to be around and very respectful of the home and certainly how we go about our business. So it was absolutely a dream, the whole process. From the result, absolutely fantastic. It's delivered more than we anticipated. The clients that, or the residents that we have that access it on a routine basis, just to get a smile, just to get that positive interaction.
Plenty of time to build sandcastles or maybe go and have a dip in the sea.
Families are encouraged to use it. Staff will use it ad hoc, opportunist, and we have planned sessions where we actually take clients in there as part of their therapy. So the room itself is just worked an absolute treat in terms of supporting the service and delivery of direct positive interactions with the clients.
It's probably one of the most rewarding jobs because we actually see the beneficial effect it has for residents. Nothing better than seeing somebody smiling when they're using the room like this, or getting the feedback as well from carers and saying how well it works for them. And if you've got a facility such as this, word gets around of the type of quality that you're delivering. It shows how you stand out. So it's important that it does facilitate things on a business footing as well.
Everything that we do in the life room, life wall, is underpinned by research. And it's known that social interaction breaks isolation. People are isolated, they deteriorate fast. With dementia, when you lose the ability to communicate effectively and you forget who you are and your personhood is, it's an awful place to be. But by the utilisation of the senses, you can make connections again so people aren't isolated. They can interact on various levels they can.